What time is it? It's Sampstra Games time, and welcome to my guide on Nerves of Steel in MarZ Tactical Base Defense. I was asked by Livino Yatar to do it, so I thought, why not? Let's do it. Don't be scared that everything is unlocked, like perk-wise. We're only going to be using the perks that you would have gotten if you started from this way from the beginning. So only good as new and refund for mission number 3. We're just going to be very careful to not kind of pick any future perk. As for the monolith, I will not have a person going to the monolith, but I will always keep one person in the base until I can get my reinforcements, which is around the time that you would be done with the monolith, so you don't need to worry about that. And we're going to be playing on Nerves of Steel. Obviously, we're going to play it well enough to get a perk perfect, so that's kind of important, but we already unlocked the perk, so it doesn't matter. Now, in the beginning, a good advice is you always want to upgrade your extractors as fast as you can, and you want to call for reinforcements just as soon as you start the game. Also, send out the guy to the monolith as soon as you can. So these are kind of like the starting things you always want to do, no matter the mission. And then we're going to talk about more stuff in the specific missions and even like now. So you want to slow down the time usually at the start and start building your extractors. Sorry, your energy hubs. We're going to place one there, one here. We're going to have one thing up here in the front and here in the back. Now, in the highest level, you don't actually have, let's call for the reinforcements, you don't actually have a shield, so you have to be really careful about your bears because anytime somebody gets to it, you're done. Now at this point we have built this. What you want to do then is you want to send people to it, because the moment that this is being upgraded, you cannot click on it, so you cannot send a person to that place even if there wasn't already someone assigned, because it's upgrading. So you always want to see, like now I cannot click there, so you always want to make sure that you first assign the people there, and then you set up the upgrade so that at the point that the people are going to there, you already have it upgraded, so you can start working on the best level. So that's pretty important. We have 2 people in the base. One of them is essentially like doing the monolith imaginary. Just pretend he's doing the monolith. Okay, so that's what you want to do. The second guy, I want to move him out. It's not really important at this point, but usually if you have leftover crew, it's a good idea to have them outside the base. Why? Well, because, like I said, you cannot have a shield. So, well, you cannot have a shield right now anyway, but normally you would not be able to get a shield. So the problem with that is if someone hits the base just a little bit, it's over. You cannot get the perk perfect. But with the crew, the enemies can hit them a little bit before they're dead. And you only lose the perk perfect once they're dead, so you can use that instead. Now we're starting to build our first mission down here for the first set of enemies. 1 machine gun is more than enough for this group of enemies, so you don't have to worry about that. And then, once we have enough, we can actually start building the machine gun here. Now normally, if you had more extractors, you would want to focus on upgrading them first, but you don't need to do it right now, because we already have enough stuff. So let's just build it. I cannot send the person there because technically he's working on the monolith, so I don't actually have him yet. So instead I'm going to be upgrading this tower. And now we're getting the reinforcements. Also at this point the guy would probably be done with the monolith. So as soon as the reinforcements are here, I can send him there. And we want to call for another set of reinforcements. You have enough stuff for that, so you don't need to worry. Now, we do have the refund perk, so what we can do is we can move our stuff around. But first thing I'm going to do is build a secondary machine gun, send the person in it, upgrade it, and upgrade it again. And 2 machine guns will be more than enough for this group. If you have any, well, we don't have any leftover people, but if you would have, for example, if you're not doing the monolith and you don't need a guy waiting in the base, as always, place them around the base to protect it. Okay, now we can see we're not getting any enemies from here, so if needed we could sell this. We're not going to do it right now because we don't need to do it yet, but we might do it soon. So we have enough building material to build another machine gun right straight up here. So we're going to grab this guy and let him run over. And we will actually sell this because there's no need not to. Since we have a 100% refund, you can just sell, no problem. And we need to build a machine gun here. This one needs to be close to the extractor so that it's able to protect it. That's pretty important. And we want to upgrade it as usual. Now we should be done when we kill this guy, so done with this side, so that our people can actually run over to another place. Now we have enough so we can straight up build a secondary machine gun here. We'll upgrade it and we'll grab the person, let him run over. And at this point we're getting the next reinforcements, which is perfect, so we can sell this, build another machine gun here, and 2 machine guns will be enough for these guys. send the person over. I will call for another one. You can afford it, so don't be scared to do it. And then essentially you're just waiting for the enemies to go. We can speed up the time a little bit, or we could actually zoom in and watch it a bit better. Just you gotta watch out for when new enemies start coming from a different side, but right now we're kind of fine. We have nobody waiting good. Nobody waiting in the base, I mean. Okay, we're gonna get enemies here. We can already start building the towers because we have plenty of building materials, so let's upgrade them. Okay, we're starting to get enemies there as well. Like I said, this might seem scary, like you're gonna get like a lot of enemies, but you don't need to worry. We're gonna need to send our people over. The other member there, it's both fully upgraded. I would actually like to build a third machine gun. Oh, actually I can, but so I'm gonna upgrade this area. I'm not quite sure if it's like completely necessary, but since we can, and we do have enough people, there's really no reason not to. So you want to do it anyways. And we're getting the reinforcements again. We could sell these towers, but it's not necessary, so don't do it. If it's not necessary, like, why would you? Because, you know, but then you have to build it again, which takes a little bit of time. It's not a big deal, but we have so much building material that we don't really need to worry about this sort of thing. Yeah, 3 machine guns is more than enough. So we can watch ourselves destroy them. Now we have one leftover crew member, so I want to make him stand here. So that if any enemy happens to move through the towers, because remember, you cannot control who the towers shoot. So they don't always shoot the one who's the furthest or the closest to your base. So what you want to do is you want to have these people kind of to be able to protect the base, like just in case. So we're going to need to send a guy here because we're going to get enemies from there. I will call for more reinforcements and build another machine gun here. Upgrade it to the highest level. We are killing these guys nicely. It doesn't matter if they hit your towers a little bit. Only thing you're worrying about is the base. We have plenty of building material to easily repair. The only thing you gotta worry about when repairing is the fact that if
What the hell? That was damn close. I knew it. More than unstable.
the only thing to worry about when repairing is the fact that when you are repairing, the enemies can kind of move around your tower. What they usually do. So that means that they will be moving through. So that's why it can be important to have like these people standing around the base in case they do go through, so that you can protect them. Now we're gonna get enemies from there and there. So we're gonna sell this stuff. Actually, we don't even need to sell it, so I'm not gonna bother. But we are gonna upgrade this thing, and we're gonna build 3 machine guns here. 1, 2. We could sell this extractor because we have so much material that we are not gonna need it. So we can just send that guy over to there. 3 machine guns is enough for this. And we need to fully upgrade this. Send the guy to here. Okay. Now the game is very kind of like well planned. So the way this usually works is just by the time the enemies are gonna get too close from this side, we're gonna be done killing these guys, so we can actually use the same people to be able to protect ourselves from there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab these people, tell them to run over, and then as soon as we're gonna be done, most likely with that wave, we can then take the people and make them run back to here. So you don't need to worry, it does work out. You just need to be like, watch it and kind of be careful to see like, okay, this is done, so I gotta bring the people over. It's perfectly fine. See, we're killing all the guys. Now you can see that this guy's actually moving through, but we're killing him fast enough. That's fine anyway. If he would have moved through, then what you would have done is you would have taken this person, make them stand here to protect if the guy came too close. But it's, yeah, you can see we're done with this wave, so we can send our guys over to there. Another alternative, if it's with these guys, if you, for example, feel like you're done with this way, you can just send him a bit closer so that he can be shooting the enemies sooner. But it doesn't like matter too much. We can sell this, but again, not necessary. And don't be scared. It's perfectly okay if your enemies are hitting your towers. It's actually good for you because they're standing there, so the other towers have more time to hit it. Because these general gun turrets, they have no blind area, so they can be shooting even if someone is like straight up hitting them. So that's something that you wanna use as much as you can. We could actually build another tower here, but I'm not gonna do it because it's not necessary. This guy standing there is more than enough. But you could do it. You could build the 4th tower, upgrade this, and kind of help out with that. Or alternatively, what you could do is you could just bring this closer and build the machine gun here so it's a bit closer to the base. But again, it's not necessary because even if they're hitting the wave, the towers, they will still be able to kill the crawlers before they get to your base. You can see that now they're going to be turning and hitting them long before they get to your base. So you don't need to worry, but if you are worried, you can build another tower either here or there. You have that extra person, or move that other thing closer. We're gonna skip this. We don't really care what they're talking. So you can see nerves of steel, highest level, not a problem. It can really depend because sometimes, like I said, because you cannot control what the towers shoot, sometimes you can have the thing that the crawlers are going to get closer to the base, so you want to protect it. But sometimes the towers will just shoot them, no stress. So it really depends on how they shoot. Okay, so we have done this. That's it. I will show you another episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, write down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.